Be very careful to protect your energy. Your energetic field is that which determines so much about how you live, how you feel, health in your body, health in your mind, health in your heart. It's that energy that runs through every cell of our body, therefore impacting our immunity, our digestion, our aging process. But it also is much more subtle and deep. It flows through every thought, every feeling, every emotion. So we have to be very careful to protect our energy, because our energy determines our life experience. And yet so many of us just allow anything to impact our energetic field. We watch nonsense TV, we click on nonsense videos and news and stories and posts on social media. We listen to nonsense conversations that people are having, negative, fearful, things that are not taking us into truth, that are not taking us into where we know that we need to go with our life. But we don't think about it. We think, oh, it's just these people talking. Oh, it's just a TV show, or oh, it's just a commercial. Oh, it's just a YouTube video. It's just a social media post. It's just a WhatsApp. We don't realize that all of these things are actually impacting and changing our energy. From a neurologic standpoint, we know we've got all of these studies that show different parts of the brain lighting up in different ways based on what we're listening to, what we read, what we see. Every bit of it is changing and impacting our brains and our energy. So if I said to you, you know, those potatoes on your plate are actually laced with poison, you'd never eat them, regardless of how good they may look, regardless of whether it seems like everybody else is eating them. If I said to you, those have got poison in them, you wouldn't touch them. Chances are you wouldn't touch anything else on your plate for fear that it had contaminated the rest. I say to you that so much of what we are listening to, watching, looking at is poison. It is poison for our minds, it's poison for our hearts, and it's poison for our lives, because our lives are being determined. We are carving out our destiny based on what we think, what we do. So imagine that I see a video on YouTube that makes me really angry. And that video makes me feel angry at certain people or a certain group of people, for example. Well, first of all, now my body is flooded with all of the stress chemicals, flooding my body. Adrenaline, cortisol. Now what's happening? Well, now my digestion has gone kaput, because stress is the worst thing you can do for digestion. Reproductive systems gone kaput, worst thing you can do for reproductive systems. I'm not going to be able to sleep at night. I'm certainly not feeling joy or peace. My mind is on fire. We're literally boiling in anger. I'm then so much more likely to speak in anger, and then even depending on how many videos after that I watch, or how many of my friends also see the same video, I'm then so much more likely to actually act in a way propelled by that. And this is where we get such violence. And we know, we all know now, that such a huge percentage of what we see online isn't even true. It's been created just to make us angry. So we've become these pawns in the hands of content creators whose singular goal is to get us to pay attention, to watch more. They know we're more likely to watch it if it makes us angry. So not only are we giving up our precious time, but we're actually giving our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions, the chemistry of our bloodstream, our actions, then our destinies. Let's take something a little more subtle. Let's say that I am seeing all of these posts by different influencers who seem so much happier than I feel. And I notice one thing. I notice that all of them have got a glass of alcohol in their hands. Or maybe I notice that all of them are really skinny. Or I notice that maybe all of them are wearing a certain brand of clothing. Whatever it may be. The drinking of the alcohol, the restrictive dieting, the trying to buy clothes beyond my financial means. Whatever it is, all of that which I see, first of all, it makes me feel badly about myself. I'm not happy enough. Look how happy they are. I'm not happy enough. So it makes me feel like there is something wrong with my life, without realizing, of course, that all of what they're posting is curated. It's curated, it's framed, it's done on purpose to make me feel like that. But then, what do I start doing? I start doing what it seems like they're doing. So I start drinking alcohol, or I start restricting my food intake. I start being focused on the clothes that I'm wearing, thinking that I am what my body looks like, that I am the brands that I wear, that I am how hot or sexy or attractive I look in the clothes. So see what's happened to my internal energy. I feel too fat, not happy enough, not pretty enough, not popular enough. So inside, I am now flooded with energy of you are not good enough. Something is wrong with you-ness. And that's just from a little bit of social media feed. Look at the movies we watch, the TV we see, hours, violence, crime, objectified sex. What is that doing to our energetic fields? It's making us, A, full of stress hormones, B, thinking of ourselves and others as objects, C, it trains our brains to actually function at a whole different speed than life functions at. Because TV moves really fast. Movies move really fast usually. Commercials move very fast. So the whole energy of our body speeds up. Is it any wonder that we're restless? We're anxious. We can't sleep. Our blood pressure is up. Because we're taking it in energetically. And again, even just from people around us. Hanging out with people who are negative, who are judgmental, whether about others or about themselves. So, as you wouldn't eat the potatoes that are poison on your plate, please be careful of not taking in poison for your heart, for your mind, for your energy from the outer world. Nourish yourself. Nurture yourself. And it doesn't mean you can't watch TV or movies. It doesn't mean you can't be on social media. It just means you have to do it consciously and choose those places, those things that are in alignment with what you want to take in energetically. Maybe it's inspirational, motivational, spiritual, whatever it may be. But choose it consciously. Choose that which is going to nourish you, not that which is going to poison you. Choose the people you hang out with as those who nourish you, not those who poison you. Because your energy is your life.